Zombie Apocalypse.
Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel, and today we have got Game Week 27 predictions for you, and we've got some absolute bangers of a game. So let's waste no time and let's get straight into it. Let's go. Our first game of Game Week 27 is Burnley versus Arsenal, and this could be a close game. Burnley like to keep it solid at home and just defend, and maybe get teams on counter attack. Arsenal have got the attacking players to probably break Burnley down, like Odegaard, and but yeah, I think it'll be a close game, but I'm going to go for an Arsenal 2-1 win.
First, we have Burnley Arsenal. Now, this is a must-win game for Arsenal if we want to have any chance of getting into the Europa League. We know how going to Turf Moor is an absolute hellhole for most managers. But listening to Mikel Arteta's pre-match, whatever you want to call it, interview, he's saying he adores going there. But we all know really he doesn't like going there. No one does. But getting back to prediction, I am going to go with an Arsenal win, 2-1.
Sheffield United take on Southampton in our next game, and Sheffield United fighting for their lives at the bottom. Southampton 14th, I think. Southampton haven't done really that well recently, but Sheffield United have got a couple of good wins. Obviously the one against Man United. I think Southampton will just edge it. I'm going for a 1-0 Southampton win.
Next we've got Sheffield United Southampton. Sheffield United on 20th. They're going down, guys. There's no luck for them. They're finished. And they're with 14 points. And Southampton 14th with 30 points respectively. But I'm going to go with a Southampton win. Can't say anything but the Southampton win. Decent. Got done 9-0 again. Consecutive seasons. I know Southampton fans won't like me saying that, but I'm going to go with a Southampton win, 2-0.
Now we have Aston Villa versus Wolves and a Midlands derby. Obviously rivalry between the two clubs. Villa missing Grealish, Wolves missing Jimenez. Two big players out that you'd like to see back. I don't think there'll be anything to separate these two teams. That's why I'm going for a 2-2 draw.
Next we've got Aston Villa, Wolves. Now, this is a tricky one because Aston Villa are sitting in 9th position and Wolves are in 12th. So basically the same. They're on 39 points and 34 points. I reckon it's going to be one of the games to watch this weekend, guys. Wolves always play attacking, don't they? Portuguese feeling. And Villa have been absolutely brilliant. I thought, to be honest, probably one of the standout teams of the season, isn't it, Aston Villa, for me? They are sitting in 9th, but, they've played some really good football. Ollie Watkins, and, he's an Arsenal man as well, isn't he? But, he's a great striker. It's a tough one to call. I'm going to go with an Aston Villa win, 1-0.
Brighton take on Leicester at the Amex Stadium. Brighton beat Spurs and Liverpool recently, but don't think they've done anything else apart from that. Leicester, however, are missing Harvey Barnes, but they've still got Joe Vardy, Tielemans, Ndidi, Perez. I think Leicester will have enough to win 2-1.
More waffling from James Peach. We've got Brighton versus Leicester. Brighton sitting in 16th with 26 points, and Leicester 3rd with 50 points. Now Leicester are struggling with injuries like Liverpool. Harvey Barnes is out, isn't he? To be honest, it's going to be a tough game for Leicester, I think, going to Brighton, because Brighton, at home, they're not very hard to break down. It's a struggle one for me, but I think Leicester might just edge it with a 1-0 win. 1-0.
West Brom take on Newcastle in this next game. West Brom, I think they're a bit up and down under Sam Allardyce. I think he's definitely got an improvement out of his players. That's probably about it. Newcastle doing okay under Steve Bruce. they aren't playing well, but sometimes they do get results. I think they're still missing Callum Wilson. But saying all that, I think they're going to win 1-0. Newcastle win.
Next, we've got West Brom, Newcastle. Now, Newcastle needs to start picking up points. They're in a relegation battle. Let's be honest. They literally are. They're one place from the bottom three. Fulham, I think, 3 points behind them. So I'm going to go with, and West Brom, they're finished as well, aren't they? I'm going to go with Newcastle win, just because they really need it, and I think West Brom know they're going down, aren't they? But I think a Newcastle win, 1-0.
Liverpool take on Fulham, and Liverpool back at Anfield with still the injuries that everyone seems to be complaining about. Even though there's like Leicester and a lot of other teams with different injuries, but they're complaining because they won the title. Yeah, don't get me started on that. They come up against the Fulham team that have been doing okay. They got some results. I think they've had a better second half of the season. But I'm going to go for a Liverpool 2-1 win.
This will be an interesting game. Liverpool-Fulham. Liverpool lost last night to Chelsea, didn't they? Fulham, they could. Could they do it? Could they do it? When I predict Fulham to win, they lose. So I'm going to predict Fulham to lose, and hopefully they win. I think they could get. I could at least get a point out of it. To be honest, I think they could maybe even go and win it with Liverpool's defence. A very strange defence at the moment. That Kabak didn't really have a good game last night. To be honest, I would like to see a Fulham win, but I'm going to go with a Liverpool win, hoping Fulham will win. So, 1-0 Liverpool.
Now we have the Manchester derby, the one that everyone will probably be watching. Manchester City on red hot form against Manchester United, who drew to Crystal Palace last night, which was a bit of a shock. I think De Gea is missing the next 6 games due to personal reasons. I can see goals being in it with the Manchester derby. I'll say 3-2 Man City.
Next we've got Man City, Man United. Now, traditionally, Man United should win this game. They are sitting in second and Man City on first, but they are 10 points clear, over 10 points clear of Man United. But traditionally, Man United normally go and do the job on them. Don't know whether they'll do it again, because they seem to just get it up for the City game. They're the closest rivals now, aren't they? Not so much Liverpool anymore, really, to be honest. But it's always a good game with City and Man United. So I think Ollie's gonna do him. He always, when he's under pressure, Ollie, he always seems to get a result, doesn't he? I mean, the league's done, isn't it? That's finished now. But I think he could go and get I'm going to go with a 1-0 Man United win. No, I'm going to go with 2-0 City.
Spurs take on Palace, and Spurs are back to form with the form of Kane and Son, and Gareth Bale as well. That's a bit West Ham. I'll say 3-1 Spurs.
Spurs, Crystal Palace. Now, I don't like Spurs. They're the most hated team in the league, let's be honest. I've got a few Spurs supporters as well, like fans. Spurs friends. And I always pull their leg, you know what I mean? My mate Pagey, bloody hell, I used to pull his leg from Dartford. I used to bloody absolutely terrorise him all the time. He even tried putting Ash on my Arsenal shirt one time as well, which I wasn't happy about. But going back to the result, I think Spurs will be too much for Palace. Palace, they just sit back. They sat back against who was it the other night? They just sit back. They just don't really care about going off attack, do they? But the Palace fans, they would like to see more from this squad. To be honest, I would like to. Well, I don't care. But the Palace fans, I think maybe Roy Hodgson might be moving on now. How long's he been there? He's been there for quite a while, hasn't he? 4 years or something. But yeah, going back to the result, I'm going to go for a Spurs win, 2-0.
Chelsea versus Everton is our next game, and Chelsea, I think, doing really well under Tuchel, and they're unbeaten. I think Everton seems to be doing up and down this season. They was top at just before Christmas, I think, but it seems to have dropped off. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Chelsea win.
Next up, we've got Chelsea-Everton. Battle between 4th and 5th, respectively. Everton are brilliant, aren't they? They could, if they beat Chelsea, they'll go above them into the Champions League spots, which I'd like to see. I'd like to see Everton go into the Champions League. You know, they haven't been in it. I don't think they've ever been in it. But to be honest, it'd be a nice thing to see. Did they get in it with David Moyes? I'm not too sure. Leave in the comments below whether Everton did get it. I can't remember. I don't think they have, but they might have got in David Moyes. Leave in the comments below whether that is the case, but I'm not too sure. My mind deceives me. Don't think so. But going back to the result, I know I keep saying going back to the result, but this is a prediction show. This is a prediction show. Remember, it's not me just waffling on James Peach waffle time. But going back to the result, I'm going to go with 2-2. It's got a draw written all over it, isn't it?
And finally, our last game of Gameweek 27 is West Ham versus Leeds United. West Ham seems to be doing okay at the minute. I think they got beat by Tottenham last week. But apart from that, they've been doing very well. Bowen, Benrahma, Antonio, Lingard. And Leeds seems to be up and down. Will Bielsa stay at the end of the season? Who knows? I think West Ham will win 2-1.
And lastly, but not least, West Ham, Leeds. Can't even get my words out today. Bloody hair. Look at me bloody hair. I like it though because it's going blonde. As soon as I see that, bro. I look like Woody the Woodpecker. But West Ham, Leeds. What can I say about West Ham having an absolute brilliant season? I fancy them to maybe get into the Champions League spots as well. It's out of them and Everton, isn't it? I think Liverpool are done for now, aren't they? Or Chelsea, should I say? I think they're out of the three that are going to get into it. But West Ham have no injuries. Antonio's playing well. Fornoble's is a good player as well, and Bowen, great players. And to prove everyone David Moyes' hate is wrong, if they got into the Champions League, it'd be amazing for them, wouldn't it? But the result, West Ham Leeds. I'm going to go for West Ham win, 2-1. That has been a prediction show with me and Kieran. Thank you everyone who watches the show. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to Kieran Webster. Get him to 200 subscribers. Come on. You know you want to. Subscribe to the Hybrid Gamer. We are doing really well with the channel. Hopefully this time next year we'll be on 1,000 subscribers. So I'll be happy days with that. That's been a prediction show. Hopefully I don't lose. It's been your boy James Peach. Keep yourselves hydrated. Peach out.
And that is that, guys, for Gameweek 27 predictions. There's some micro games in there. There's Man City, Derby, Man United, Liverpool, Fulham could be a good game. Chelsea, Everton could be a good game as well. Miller's Derby as well. So if you like this video, please leave a like, comment your predictions down below, and subscribe if you are new, and turn notifications on as we do this every week, every game week. Yes, don't forget to subscribe to the Highbury Gamer as well. He's doing very well. Arsenal fan, obviously. But I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.